I'm going to tell a tale about cybersecurity. And I did get a cybersecurity certificate via Loyola University in New Orleans um, 5 years ago. And I'm going to tell you something that happened this year. One thing that was was told to me back 5 years ago when we were doing our coursework was it's not if you're going to be a victim of cybersecurity incident, of a hacking or something like that. It's when it's going to happen. And so this is what happened to me about 6 months ago. I needed to renew a passport and I wanted to do it fast. I didn't have to do it fast. I just wanted to do it fast, you see. So I went to Google and I just started my process of renewing my passport because I already have a passport. So since I already have a passport, it should be easy, right? Well, I clicked on the first click after my Google search. Nope, nope, nope. Why did I do that? I don't know, but I did that. And immediately I realized, no, like there's something wrong here. And I was like, what am I going to do? How am I going to reverse this situation? And I was like, well, I need to fight through my credit card. So I did that. I said, I didn't want that charge to go through. Second, I raced over. Actually, what I should have done first is race over to the State Department.gov and start doing my renewal directly through them really fast before this third party starts processing my information. Because I don't know if the party was a legitimate, passport service that helps people, or maybe they are a company that wants to, interfere and gain your personal information with that. So I already know, I've already a long time ago, 10, 15 years ago, I already know my information is out there. How many times have you been told, that your information has been thrown out there or somebody that you trusted with your information got hacked. And so I've always been concerned about ever having anybody's information as part of my responsibility. I never really wanted to have that. But I just want that this has happened to me. And I don't know if the website who I clicked on and was going to get my passport serviced through, if that was a legitimate one. I ended up just canceling it and telling my credit card company, please don't process this payment. And I decided to go straight through the State Department. Okay, so this other part of it has to do with the recent Nancy Guthrie. She's 84 years old, and a kidnap victim, and the police and her family cannot get information from her Nest, which is owned by Google. Her Nest Communications through Google. So there's a lot of things that are really hard for generations. I'm of the generation. I went to high school in 1982 through 86, and there were computer courses in my high school. And when I went to college, I took computer sciences and learned that. I know, I understand, how memory works, how connections work, how things like that. But a lot of people just don't. And in the proprietary, the ownership of companies and how often they change. For instance, the Nest is owned by Google now. but it used to be its own company. But it is owned by Google. So then it got to be where, okay, do you really want Google to have your information? Well, they already have my information, so, but I have to pay for them to have my information, when I can have the information myself. So there's a lot of confusion about how to do it. And I can tell you how I do it, but that would be telling people out there more than they should know. But keeping in contact with your children, with which Nancy Guthrie did. I've been thinking about, gosh, where you do have a lot of cameras in your household. And I really rather do more video chatting with my family and my friends, because that is, in a way, more secure, because you're showing your family and friends that you're doing well, and they can see your health. They can see, like, oh, you don't look well today, or you look great today. So I don't know. There's a lot of things to talk about in this situation, and I think it's a real shame that the subscriptions that we're in the economy. We want to save money. We're trying to watch our dollar, and we decide, okay, we're not going to do this subscription anymore. And you don't think of it as a security thing at all. I mean, I've lived in homes in cities. We've had bars on our windows. I've, do lots of different things to enhance security. And that doesn't mean, anybody can be a crime victim. I mean, police officers are crime victims. Many people become crime victims. That doesn't mean you won't become one. But it's just another thing we have to now, really, we have to, every time, we cancel a subscription, we have to be concerned, oh, this could lead to a huge detriment in my life just because we cancel a subscription. It's crazy.